What if Luke Skywalker's story is still unfinished? What if the galaxy far, far away has been hiding truths about him so shocking that even the Jedi archives dared not preserve them? Tonight, we're unraveling 18 forbidden theories about Luke Skywalker, theories that dig into his bloodline, his connection to the Force, and the secrets that might still reshape the future of Star Wars. Sit back, breathe deep, and let's step into the mystery. Theory 1. Luke was the true Chosen One. The prophecy of the Chosen One was always tied to Anakin Skywalker. He was meant to destroy the Sith and bring balance. But did he really? Anakin destroyed Palpatine, yes, but he also left behind the First Order, Snoke, and echoes of the dark side that plagued the galaxy for decades. Now look at Luke. He confronts the Emperor without falling. He refuses to kill Vader in anger. He redeems his father through compassion, not violence. If balance means harmony, then Luke may have been the true fulfillment of the prophecy. Some scholars suggest that Anakin was only the spark, while Luke was the flame that completed the prophecy. Theory 2. The Skywalker bloodline. Is cosmic. Who are the Skywalkers, really? Were they just a family, or something more? Legends whisper that the Skywalker bloodline might stretch back to the very first Force-sensitive beings. Some even suggest that their lineage connects to the Jedi Order of Tython, the original keepers of the Force. If true, Luke's very existence wasn't random. It was fate woven into the fabric of the galaxy, the Force ensuring that a Skywalker would rise when balance was most threatened. Theory 3. The Force Ghost Masters had a hidden plan. Why did Obi-Wan, Yoda, and Anakin all return as Force ghosts to Luke? Was it just guidance or initiation? Some believe they were preparing Luke not just to restore the Jedi, but to ascend into a role no Jedi had ever held before, becoming a guardian of the Force itself. Perhaps their appearances weren't random, but deliberate steps in training Luke for something beyond life, beyond death, a role where he would not just teach Jedi, but become one with the Force on a universal scale. Theory 4. Luke's forbidden knowledge, the sacred Jedi texts that Luke collected, are more than books. Ancient whispers claim that these texts contain rituals of immortality, techniques of time manipulation, and ways to bend reality itself. Luke may have read things so dangerous that he chose exile, not failure. He may have realized the Jedi had been chasing balance in the wrong way, and only silence, meditation, and isolation could protect the galaxy from what he now knew. What if Luke wasn't hiding, but guarding the galaxy from truths it wasn't ready for? Theory 5. Luke and the world between worlds. The world between worlds is one of the strangest places in Star Wars. It exists outside time, a space where every possibility, every choice exists at once. What if Luke entered it? Imagine him seeing realities where Anakin never fell, or where he himself became the new Sith Lord. Imagine the trauma of watching infinite versions of your life, knowing only one is real. This could explain Luke's despair in The Last Jedi. He wasn't broken by failure alone. He may have been haunted by visions of countless futures he could never control. Theory 6. Luke and the Mortis Gods. The Mortis realm introduced the father, the daughter, and the son, living embodiments of balance, light and dark. The father's role was to keep balance between them, but when he died, who was meant to replace him? Some say Luke. His story mirrors the father's, caught between the pull of darkness and the call of the light, yet constantly striving for harmony. What if Luke's ultimate destiny was not to rebuild the Jedi, but to ascend as the new cosmic guardian of balance? the Father reborn. Theory 7. Luke nearly became the Sith. Emperor Expanded Universe stories tell us that Luke was tempted by Palpatine's resurrected spirit. In those tales, he even served the Emperor briefly. What if something similar happened in canon unseen? Some fans believe Luke may have secretly walked the edge of darkness, wielding the dark side not for conquest, but to understand it. Perhaps he carried this secret to his grave, never telling Rey or Leia, because admitting it would fracture the hope he represented. Theory 8. Rey was not random, she was destiny. Rey arriving on Luke's island feels like chance. But what if it wasn't? The Force may have been guiding her from birth. Perhaps she was drawn to Luke not to learn the ways of the Jedi, but to inherit his burden. Some even theorize Rey could be the spiritual reincarnation of the daughter of Mortis, and Luke's role was simply to prepare her for that destiny. Theory 9. Luke could have resurrected Anakin the Ancient. Jedi spoke of a ritual calling a fallen soul back into the living world. If anyone could have attempted this, it was Luke. But imagine the temptation, bringing his father back, giving Anakin the chance to live a life without Vader. Did Luke attempt it? Did he fail, or worse? Did he succeed but hide the consequences? Theory 10. The Hermit Years. Were his initiation, Luke's retreat, wasn't cowardice, it was transformation. In many spiritual traditions, great teachers leave the world for decades, only to return with wisdom beyond comprehension. What if Luke's exile was a Jedi rite older than memory, a trial of silence, forcing him to confront the Force itself with no distractions? His despair may not have been weakness, but part of an initiation into becoming something greater than Jedi, greater than Sith. Theory 11. Luke's death was a rebirth. Luke's end on Arch wasn't like Obi-Wan's or Yoda's. His body didn't simply vanish, it dissolved in light, as though merging with the twin suns themselves. Many theorists believe Luke didn't die. He ascended into a new form of Force existence, more vast than any ghost. Perhaps now he is everywhere, woven into every breath of the Force, watching the galaxy in ways no other Jedi ever could. Theory 12. The Force shaped his entire life. Look at the symmetry. Luke begins his journey watching Tatooine's twin suns. He ends it staring at twin suns again. His life is a perfect circle. Coincidence or design? Perhaps the Force shaped his entire existence, guiding every success, every failure, to fit into a pattern that even he never understood. Free will may not have been his story. He may have been the Force's chosen instrument from the very beginning. Theory 13. Luke's real legacy was philosophy, not order. Luke failed at rebuilding the Jedi, but maybe that was never the point. His greatest gift was teaching that the Force is not about dominance or dogma, but balance. Luke's true legacy may not be Rey's training, but the idea that the Force belongs to everyone, that it's not about Jedi or Sith, but about harmony that transcends both. Theory 14. Luke could still return. Physically, Force ghosts are one thing, but Luke's powers suggest he could go further. His projection across the galaxy on Crate proves his mastery of techniques no other Jedi had achieved. What if this was only the beginning? With access to the world between worlds, Luke may yet return, not as a shadow but as a living, breathing Jedi once more. Theory 15. Ending the dark side forever. The Skywalker name itself suggests transcendence, walking above the cycle of darkness and light. Some theorists believe Luke's destiny is not just to fight darkness, but to heal the wound in the Force itself. Perhaps Luke's existence was meant to break the eternal cycle. the endless rise of Sith, the endless fall of Jedi, and replace it with balance unbroken. Theory 16. Luke's hidden visions. What did Luke see in his years of exile? He never told Rey. But what if he had visions of horrors yet to come? Palpatine's return, Snoke's rise, even threats beyond the galaxy. Maybe Luke stayed silent not out of shame, but to shield others from truths they weren't ready to hear. Perhaps his greatest secrets are still hidden, waiting for the next generation to uncover. Theory 17. Luke and Leia were balanced together. The prophecy may not have been about one chosen one, but two, Luke and Leia, twins born of the Force, each carrying half of the balance. Luke embodied light's resilience, Leia embodied hope's endurance. Together, they may have been the true chosen balance, the Force's final attempt to unify both halves of creation. Theory 18. Luke as the final teacher, at the end of it all. Luke doesn't strike down Kylo. He doesn't fight with rage. He projects peace. Maybe that was his final lesson, that the Force is not about war, but about peace, sacrifice, and harmony. In this way, Luke's last act was not failure, but the greatest victory of all. Luke Skywalker's journey is not about perfection. It is about choice. He was a farm boy, a Jedi, a master, a hermit, and a legend. But perhaps his true role was never about lightsabers or battles. Perhaps Luke Skywalker's destiny was to teach us that the Force lives in all of us, and that the story of the Jedi is still being written.